You know, you have such a golden, gilded, gorgeous, platinum mind. And those of us who love your work are always so inspired. You know, I recently got a chance to read that New Yorker piece you wrote, 50 Shades of Grey, Whips, Chains, and Capitalist Domination in South America. Could you talk about the process of, you know, what you do that inspires that kind of great work?
People in South America, you know, I'm very good friends, of course, with Iñárritu, the great director, who is now making a wonderful film that I'm probably not going to watch. But I thought of him as maybe a little bit too sensitive with regards to matters of ignorance among different people around the world. I will explain to you. Of course, there was the masterpiece film in 1992 with the wonderful Wayne's World.
She's a babe. She's a robo-babe. In Latin, she would be called Babia Majora. If she were a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
And there was a group that was dominated in comedy by the great Mike Myers. Mike Myers, he, of course, did not bloom into his own until the wonderful masterpiece that was Shrek. There was, of course, a sense that Shrek crossed the threshold in the boundaries with regard to American media. There was finally a fat man, an ogre, who was drooling at the mouth, and he had the bugs. There were all these in his ear. You saw this part, very important. This was a very important analogy that the kingdom, which was led by the Farquaad. You are familiar with this film?
Oh, so familiar now.
This is a wonderful film.
Ogres are like onions. They stink?
Yes. No.
I remember the Farquaad was almost like a kind of authority figure, big brother, in the sense of a very young Gregory Peck, with the wonderful films of Hitchcock.
That's amazing. The way that you spin together so many historical and cultural narratives has inspired so many of us. Last question for you. Your first major work that got recognition in the United States was your work on shifting from Marx's false consciousness to this idea of unconsciousness that you present often. Would you mind explaining that to us in a rambling, incoherent fashion that might suggest that you don't even really know English?
The people I explained everything that was meant by the Friedrich Engels, of course, wonderful German man who was very much in love with me. My nipples are so hard right now that I am sweating. I am making milk from them right here. I am just, I am trying to take in everything that is here in this space, and it is a very small space, almost make me feel like a dog. Of course, the Samuel Fuller film White Dog make very good analogy of race relations in American South.